What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the 6 Round Podcast, episode 30. Let's fucking go. 30 in. We got at least 30 more.
At least.
Maybe 30 more. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll have to see. 30 Let's fucking go.
30
That sure is a number.
It is a number. And you know what else is also a number?
1.
1 is a number. 7's also a number. I think, what it would also be like UFC, or no, it's not at Vegas, never mind. If I was going to say UFC Vegas, like 75 or some shit. We got a bunch of numbers this weekend because we got a whole bunch of fights. Let's go! I'm actually pretty excited for this weekend. We got a lot, and
hell yeah.
It's going to be so good. So, we got to just start at the beginning, where it's all going down. Friday in San Antonio, Texas. Good old Tejas. We got PFL 7. Let's fucking go. It's the featherweights and the light heavyweights this time. We're at the playoffs. And we got a pretty alright card, I'll say.
Yeah.
I was looking at it before. I was like, this main card's pretty good, but you get to that main card opener prelims down, it drops off real hard after that.
Real hard.
I mean, that's kind of the thing, is it's like they're not going to have a whole... It's not like PFL is completely stacked out with talent.
No.
Or just name value. I won't say talent, I'll say name value. Because, yeah, it does take a dip, but usually PFL is good fun, so...
For sure.
I got faith.
And with kind of seeing it, I was thinking it's like, because, we don't have, like, some of the people that were in, like, the regular season or something like that, might have lost or whatever, just fighting on the prelims. But it's also thinking about it's like, most of them got knocked out twice in, like, 3-4 months,
They
so
don't
it's
need
like...
to be fighting
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. So, maybe get some newer people in here that you want to, like, try and shine up in some, like, bigger spots, for, like, next season or something.
I mean, I know pictures are old, but seemingly just, like, younger people, too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Newer people who, like, just not, like, as experienced and stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
But let's start at the top, where it all matters. The reason why we're here. The main event. Bad man Bubba Jenkins versus Jesus Pinedo for the semifinals at 145. Oh, this is a good one. I'm excited. Does Bubba secure his spot in another championship fight for PFL?
I think so.
Or does Pinedo get the double upset?
I
Run it back 2 in a row.
Bro, if he got... I will say this. If he gets the double upset, he's going to be my favorite to win the whole thing.
It's just funny because, they're both 21-6. Jesus just has that one draw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bubba, he had a great performance in his last time out, fighting Sung Bin Joe, got a first round finish, minute 25.
I mean, I just said, Bubba, I'm sorry to cut you off, but, like, honestly, just looking at it, Jesus might really get it done. He has the same experience as him. He has quite the age and height advantage on him. He's 27 compared to 35-year-old Bubba.
Yep.
He's 6 foot tall compared to 5'8" Bubba.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just been... I don't know, just doing great. Like, he lost that split decision to Gabriel, but yeah, knocked out fucking Brendan, which was crazy. And before that, coming off of 4 knockouts in a row before his loss, like, he just might get it done. He's a finisher for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that last loss was in the UFC, like, before the Braga fight. Like,
Right.
and even then, the Braga fight was a split decision loss.
Yeah.
So it's like, this dude really can get it done. It's just like, it's all going to depend on the way Bubba fights. If he's able to get the takedown and is able to keep him down, and
he's a bad man, does bad man things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, if I were to, like, gun to my head, I had to put money on it, I'd probably go Bubba. Just because it's just like, yeah, he just has that experience in the PFL of going through a whole regular season, going through a postseason, and winning a championship. So, like,
yeah. Or, well, he hasn't, I don't think he's won a championship in PFL.
Has he?
But he's gotten to the championships.
Yeah.
He has at least gotten there.
Yeah, he's 7-2 overall. Because he lost to Brendan Loughnane in the PFL championship last year, and then lost to Chris Wade in the playoffs the year before that. Or or in 21. Sorry. So
Well, that's why I'm just saying, like, he has the more experience within the system of PFL, so that's why I would lean towards him, but I would not be shocked if Pinedo was able to get the upset.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, now really looking at it, like, because just knowing Bubba and, like, seeing way more of him, I was just like, yeah, Bubba. But then, like, looking at it, I don't know. Like I said, just with that height and age advantage, having the same experience, it's like, yeah, Bubba's, like, gone through this PFL shit, which is obviously, like, a whole nother beast in itself of just, like, having to constantly make weight, constantly, like, just, like, fight so often. But I don't know, man. I actually think I'm leaning towards Jesus.
And with you just kind of talk, I kind of feel like I'm leaning the same way, because it's like you said, 27 to 35, 8 years younger, having the height and reach. He got that nasty knee on Brendan to the to follow up with the ground and pound to get that finish in that one. Bubba's been around for a minute, like you've been saying, Ginger, so he knows what Bubba's gonna do. Like, there's plenty of tape on him at that highest level to, like, just get the, like, just the feel of what you want to do and what Bubba was going to do. And I don't know if Bubba is a little bit too reckless with shooting on a takedown. I really can see Jesus catching him, because it's like you said, the one loss in PFL earlier this year to Gabriel Braga by split decision, where he's fighting on this card too, we'll get to him, but it's like, he's undefeated. He's 25 years old. Like, he's
27.
Or is he 27?
Yeah, and not undefeated.
No, Gabriel.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. But yeah, 25 years old, undefeated. It's like a split decision loss. Like, you know what I mean? That's not a bad loss at all.
Right,
and to bounce back, knocking out the champion, and it's just like...
Yeah, exactly.
And it's because, his last loss before that was the loss in the UFC. It was a decision at 24 years old.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was in the UFC.
Because it was 2019, so it was 4 years ago. So he was either 23, 24. Like...
Okay, yeah, he lost to John McDessie.
He was 1-1. But yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're fucking 23, 24, you lost a decision to John McDessie. No shame in that. That dude's a vet.
That's what I'm saying. Then went on a 4-fight streak of knocking people out, lost the split decision, and then knocked out Brendan. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He clearly has that power. Bubba, he finishes people. Like, he's gotten knockouts before. He's gotten subs, but, like, he's mainly a decisioner. And it's just, if he gets reckless and if he just tries to, point him, he might just get knocked out.
He could. Like, I'm not arguing against that, because I can definitely see that happening. I'm just, like, looking at it just from the perspective of it being, like, if I had to pick 100%, like, had to put money down, it's going to go on Bubba. But if it's, like, someone asking me, like, randomly, it's like, dude, this is a lot closer a fight than a lot of people are probably thinking.
Yeah, this is a good-ass fight for sure.
Yeah, I... Definitely, out of, like, the top 4 fights, this is the one that should be the main event. It's definitely, like, the best fight. That's gonna be so good. Moving on to the co-main, though. Motherfucking Josh Silveira is back fighting Ty Flores, who hasn't looked that great in this season so far, but he's been doing the thing,
Just winning them decisions.
Yup. But Josh... 11-1 overall, has one loss in the PFL to Amari Akhmedov last year in the playoffs. 30 years old. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is his year to grab gold.
Oh, yeah. I think so. He's at 12 points right now, right? Yeah. He got 2 first-round finishes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he's just been doing real good. Like you said, just the one decision loss.
Yeah.
I got Josh in this. Because even with Ty, it's like... His last fight, for instance, he ended up fighting Dan Spahn, got the decision over him, and he wasn't even supposed to fight him. He was supposed to fight Christoph, that fell off because of the drug test. Then he was supposed to fight Rob, who also fell off because of the drug test, and ended up getting fucking Dan, who, it just...
Yeah, and just not a good fight. Like, he
had just gotten knocked out in April in BKFC, and then came into PFL and got a decision loss 2 months, not even a full 2 months later, because it was the card April 29th. We were literally there for that. Yeah, he was on the Mike Perry card.
Oh so, my god, that's so
hilarious. With that being said, yeah, he was knocked out in BKFC 2 months before that, and the man decisioned him.
Yeah, and got a decision win over Delan Monte, which was a terrible fight. Like that one was not good at all. And then it just for Josh this year so far, the first round rear naked choke over Sam K, and the knee injury over Delan Monte, which that was just very sad to see. No one wants to win like that. He didn't want to win like that.
Yeah.
No,
But it's like, respectfully, Ty wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the failed drug test. So it's like, Josh got this in the bag.
Yeah, I feel like this isn't the toughest fight for Josh, and that's kind of the thing. It's just
It's
like,
just what
yeah,
had to
it's
happen. It's the way
yeah,
the cookie
it
crumbled.
is what it is. This is how it ended up, and it's like, well, here you go. Like, figure it. Now we're gonna have to figure it out because like we also have had multiple people either be pulled from the tournament or fall out due to injury.
Multiple people? What? No, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing going on in PFL this year. Not at all.
No. I'm not
But-
saying multiple people pulled out like by the PFL. I'm just saying multiple people being pulled out because of either being injured or
Multiple people. It's only like 12, 13.
I don't think a single fighter in PFL history has ever failed a drug test. Like, come on, man. They got USADA in here now. Like, they're the
Why was USADA brought in?
they're the cleanest
Why was USADA brought in?
I was gonna say that fucking meme. They have USADA. Why was USADA brought in? Why was USADA brought in?
Yeah. But yeah, I think Josh is running through him. Him in the championship, I feel like that's basically a guarantee.
Him in the championship fight or him as
the championship fight?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it right, but I wanted to make sure.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But moving on down the card, our second featherweight semifinal bout. I'm a little bit scared for my boy. As we were talking about earlier, we got Gabriel Braga, 11-0, undefeated, 25 years old, fighting the old vet, 35 years old, 10 years the elder, Chris Wade. Who do you guys think gets it done? You think it's gonna be the young buck or the old vet?
Young buck.
Yeah.
The biggest reason is because Chris Wade has to come in on short notice because Movlead had an injury. Like he was one of the ones where I was mentioning like fighter got pulled because he got himself injured. So now we have Wade in here. So it's like he had way less time to prepare for Braga than. And I mean, Braga had less time to prepare for Wade, but he was already in a camp.
But yeah, like he was just prepared
Wade
to
might
fight.
not
Period.
have. Exactly. Like I just feel like Braga's got this.
Yeah,
I feel like
rough.
Movlid would have been a harder fight anyway, so it's like now coming into a short notice Chris, like I feel like Braga probably just prepared for this.
Yeah, I feel like Movlead is kind of an upgraded version of Chris in a way where he has more dynamic wrestling and more explosive striking. I just think Chris is a little I feel like he can work behind like a jab and a steady game plan, and do that a little bit better than Movlead can. So I don't know.
Like he might be able to just out experience him, but
there's
just a super good chance that Gabriel got this.
No, exactly. That's kind of where I'm leaning is just like Gabriel just being able to because I mean it just feels like his striking is going to be a lot better than Chris's, and if he's been preparing to get taken down by someone who as you said is more dynamic and explosive with their takedowns than Wade is, then that just kind of made it a little bit easier for him.
Exactly.
To defend those takedowns. So
yeah, and I mean Chris Wade has only, really lost to guys that have been either won the championship or been in championship fights in the PFL. Bubba Jenkins, Brandon Loughnane, Movlead, Loic, and Natan Schultz twice, but yeah, I don't know. I really want my boy to get it done, but I think I'm gonna have to agree with you guys where I have to favor Braga in this one.
And I mean, Chris Wade could go in there and just out experience the fuck out of him and just
for sure
pull out all the old vet tricks, but
that's what I mean. I'm I wouldn't be too surprised if he just starts working behind a good jab, some solid leg kicks to the body, and just gets good timings on the takedowns, and you know what I mean. That definitely isn't out of play for sure, but definitely not the most likely outcome, huh?
Throwing a couple veteran moves.
Oh, the good old cage grabs and the eye pokes and the oil checks and everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The veteran moves.
the veteran of moves.
Oh, man. But yeah, either way, though, that should be a good one. I'm definitely excited for it. I hope Chris is able to get it done. And on to the last real meaningful fight for PFL. Martin Hamlet versus Impa Kasanganay for the last 205 bracket or side of the bracket fight.
Let's go, Impa.
Yeah, like, you know, Martin's been solid in the PFL. He's had some big wins. He's had some big losses. Impa, you know, up and down in the UFC, didn't have the greatest run, but since coming into the PFL this year, 3-0, he's been fighting better competition, like, you know, just moving up in each fight, looking better in each fight as well. He's going to have the size disadvantage, you know, he's short.
Barely, though. He's only like an inch shorter, and they got the same reach.
Really? I could have sworn that Martin was a lot bigger.
Or 6'1" to 5'11", so 2 inches, but yeah, 75 inches.
I don't trust height stats, reach. Man. I don't.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, physically, he is still going to have the size advantage just because, like, Impa's more of a 185er, whereas Martin is, like, a true, like, light heavyweight.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy that Impa came into PFL and was just like, nah, I'm not going to go to 170, you know, I'm going to go up to 205. Yeah.
I think that's the issue, though, is, like, go up 20 pounds and be undersized or have to cut another 15 pounds when
but I mean he's looking great though, so
no, exactly, like cutting that other 15 pounds to get to 170 would have been hard on him.
Like with Impa, what's it called, like, yeah, you know, because you were talking about like his losses in the UFC, but it's like another guy, he's only 29 years old, so his losses were like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you know, 26 27 years old. At that point he was 8-0, 9-1 type shit. So it's like he was still super just a new fighter, a young fighter in the game. He got knocked, like he fought and won against Maki and then came back a month and a half later and got knocked the fuck out, but it was Joaquin Buckley. You know, it's like, and you know what I mean? So it's like he was just fighting like such higher level at like a young age, but not much experience either behind it. Sure. And then then now he's in PFL. Like he had like the loss in the split decision in Eagle FC. That was his first fight after leaving UFC, but then like, you know, he came to PFL and has just been doing so fucking good.
No, that's the thing with like
sorry, I was just gonna say, like, you know, going up to 205, like he might be undersized, but maybe this is just where he really feels good at, you know, and it's like those couple inches, if he can make up for it, and it doesn't matter, like, who cares, you know, he's sitting a few inches shorter than Martin but has the same reach, so it's like
yeah, no, in just terms of physicality, I think he's going to be, he's a bit more undersized, but, like, that doesn't mean you can't win those fights. Like, I mean, fucking DC was undersized for fucking heavyweight.
He was undersized for light heavyweight.
So, like, that's the thing. It's like, size isn't always, hell, fucking Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time, was completely undersized for his weight class. But also with Impa, like, his first loss ever was the Joaquin Buckley knockout.
That shit was
like, when the fuck does that ever happen when you grab a kick like that? Never.
Yeah, like that was just like that catapulted Joaquin Buckley into such bigger fights, you know, like than probably what he even should have been for that time in his career, you know, like that. Because, yeah, like you said, Impa just throws a kick, he catches it, parries it out, and then just fucking, as he's holding it, just jump spin, kicks him right in the head, and just fucking, damn, yeah, that shit was beautiful.
No, it was beautiful, but it's like, yeah, like, Impa's first loss was because of not even anything to really do with his own techniques or issues or flaws. Like, that's just not something people don't just jump up and spinning kick you in the face like that when you've caught their kick. That never happens. So,
and then with thinking about like the size too, that's always the fight where I think about with like him and Buckley. Like, yeah, they fought at 185 in the UFC, and then Buckley goes down to 170, Impa leaves and goes up to 205, and that's where it's like, because it's not like he was fucking so much bigger than Buckley, like they were both big, just like short, stocky guys at 185, you know what I mean? And so that's why it, like, yeah, it's just funny to think about, like, yeah, Impa just took it the other way. It's just like, yeah, no, I'll just lean into my bulkiness and just feel good and full of energy.
Fat and happy.
Hell yeah. And yeah, because like we said, it's been doing pretty damn good for him. He got a decision win over Corey Hendricks, who's not the greatest guy, but he's fought good guys in the PFL before, you know, so it just some good veteran competition for him. And then he got a first round finish in Challenger Series early in this year, and then an arm triangle over Tim Karen last time out. Got himself in the fucking playoffs because of who knows what. no one knows of these circumstances that could have led to this.
A failed drug test?
No, no. But yeah. This is gonna be a fun fight. I'm really excited for this.
I'm just hoping that
Is it gonna be too much
fight
for Impa though? Is it gonna be too big of a step up?
I think it might be just the physicality. Again, Martin is a pure light heavyweight. Like he is not someone who moved up into light heavyweight, and he's just probably a lot more comfortable at that weight because he's been fighting that his whole career. Things like that. He's fought probably the higher level of competition so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean,
just looking at his losses to like Josh Silveira last year, lost to Shoeface in 2021, who won that season, Corey Hendricks, who we just talked about, and Modestas Bukauskas. They've been finished in every one of his losses.
And that's the thing, Modestas Bukauskas is in the UFC. Shoeface trying to
Antonio Carlos Jr. He got dropped from the UFC, but came in. He had a great run in 2021, became the champ, but then didn't do too great after that.
Yeah, no, and again, this dude actually he came in as a light heavyweight. He came in as a middleweight, moved up to 205. Maybe Impa has a lot more of a chance than I thought.
I don't know. Who do you think is
without the physicality?
I'm gonna say Impa.
Impa.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. Honestly, though, whoever wins, I don't think go past the second round.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
I feel like either one of them, they're just gonna kind of be able to run each other over, like either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna. I for some reason see a submission happening in the first round. I just don't know who gets it.
Let's go. But yeah, after that, that's where the shit just. I ain't got nothing to say.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I do think that the one cool thing on there is that they have the women's 125 fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they do have two of them on there. So, there are the talks that they are gonna be doing the merger with Bellator. So who knows? Maybe they
starting
just
to open up their roster now.
Bro,
and
the
then when
PFL needs that. They fucking.
I just remembered there's a boxer that just signed with PFL.
Oh yeah.
A women's 125 boxer.
Menace Soriano.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you fight at 125?
But the thing with her,
and has MMA experience.
Yeah, but the thing with her is that she signed to the super fight division, so she won't she won't be in like these fights. You know, she'll be like a pay-per-view fighter.
Yeah,
but I didn't know what weight class she fought at, so that's awesome because I was wondering that, and then seeing this, that's what made me think of it. Like, oh, Amanda Serrano got signed, so I wonder if that was like a part of it. You know? But yeah.
No, 100%. That's what I think it is.
Word.
Yeah.
And also, PFL merging and shit.
PFL definitely be making moves for sure. They're trying, man, and I fucking respect the shit out of it. It might just all blow up in their face and they go fucking bankrupt like crazy, but
I was about to
when you got the celebrity funding, is it gonna happen?
They did. What was it? Was it 130 mil they got from Saudi Arabia?
I don't know, but like, just. Going back in my MMA history book, just thinking of companies that have made big moves before and it's not panned out well for them.
Did they have the celebrity funding, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Trump.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Affliction.
They
had 2 fights.
Okay, but that's clearly...
That tanked because of fucking Josh Barnett failing drug tests.
But I was just going to say, that's clearly nowhere near PFL then. Had 2 fights.
Yeah, but they had 2 much bigger cards than PFL ever had. But yeah, either way, PFL 7 from San Antonio, Texas. That should be a fun card overall. Definitely excited. But that doesn't end our Friday night. Because it's a Friday night. And you know what that means. Our favorite. One championship. Another Amazon Prime card. Let's go. Fight Night 13. Ginger, are you gonna watch this one? You fucking piece of shit.
Bro,
you should have already said yes.
There's literally no reason for you to be going, you're sitting here talking about PFL knowing damn well you're gonna watch PFL. You won't sit here and watch fucking one. What is wrong with you?
Like, PFL will literally...
What's funny?
Like,
fucking with you guys. Of course, like, what do you mean? Of course,
I don't know.
That shit just pissed me off.
You've watched 2 cards. You've watched 2 cards.
I'm like,
We've been
Aren't
doing
they
this
on at the same fucking time?
We've been.
Like,
this
that's
is
my
the
point.
start of the 6th month of us doing this podcast, and you have watched 2 1 cards. It's not like we haven't stopped. Like, we just started watching, like, talking about one. We've been talking about every fucking card we've cared about this entire time. 2.
Oh,
And the conversations are always just
Lord.
us because of this. And we're gonna go through this, and you're not even gonna know these motherfuckers because you ain't been watching.
I know Mikey moves Michi.
Fuck you.
As you fucking should, but
Not like her was in the UFC. But no, like, if I remember right, okay, I have both these cards pulled up. Okay, let's see.
Oh, man.
6:30 p.m. Friday, and then 8. So yeah, I'm.
Yeah, you're watching. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got 2.
It's not like it's
One
like
for the PFL,
you know-
one for the 1.
oh, like one. It's not one of the 1 cards. It's on at like 8 a.m. when I'd be at work. So
Nah, yeah, it's true. But all right, the main event though. We got the 1 lightweight kickboxing champ. He's back looking to defend his title. Chingiz Alazov fighting Gregorian.
All right.
It's this, it's 1. So
Mhm.
I'll know the red corner, but the blue corner though, shit.
Yeah, that's almost always just up for question.
Yeah, but Chingiz got his he got the belt, knocking out Superbon in the last one. That was very upsetting for me because I just found out about Superbon. I was like, yeah, this guy's good, let's go. He's defending his belt, and then he got knocked out. I was like, shit. I was like, all right, well, I guess this guy's actually good, so, let's fucking go. But yeah, he's on a 4-fight winning streak since losing in his 1 debut. Yeah, he has 3 finishes, 1 decision over Sidichai, who is just another good fighter that's in 1. I need to learn more so I could actually just give way more respect to these guys than like I actually
Right, and
can.
have a
It's
deeper
just
conversation on
yeah.
why they're good.
I know. I'm just like,
It's just
we'll get there one day though.
mhm.
Either way, he's defending the belt, so it's like, let's go. I'm hype,
I was about to say,
And
a
it's
155
kickboxing
fight.
type.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kickboxing. It's 155. That's gonna be fun.
yeah, exactly. Violence weight. You know what I mean? It is
Mhm.
what it is. Oh yeah, it's god damn it. Fuck. When it said lightweight, I knew it fucking seemed wrong. Tapology always fucking me up is featherweight because they fucking it's 1 so
Yeah.
10 pounds up. God damn it. Tapology. Why? You must expect 1 in their weight classes.
I mean, it says 155, which is their featherweight. So I mean, it's not like
Yeah, I know, but it says 1 lightweight championship, and it's
Yeah.
not.
And then even for Mikey, it's like 1 bantamweight, and it's not.
Yeah.
flyweight.
Flyweight.
But speaking of Mikey, he's the co-main event. Let's fucking
Mhm.
go. It was so funny because, yeah, when this shit got announced, me and Kate just got way too overhyped and fucking in our heads, barely listening to the commentary. All we heard was that he's versing Jared Brooks, who is the 1 strawweight, or is it? I'm pretty sure strawweight.
It might be.
Yeah, 1 strawweight MMA champion, because, yeah, flyweight is a DJ. And instantly, me and Kate are like, he's making his MMA debut against the fucking champ. What the fuck is...
Yeah, no,
remember
we
this
absolutely
happening.
lost our shit because, like, it's not. They didn't mention it, but it didn't come out of the blue for us. I mean, for you, because you don't be paying attention to shit, but it's like Mikey was talking about, like, possibly making the switch over, and he's been training. And so, yeah, just hearing.
Been training with Rod Tang.
Right, and just hearing that he was fighting Jared, I was like, yo, why? They can't do this to our little nerdy Mikey. What the fuck? But it's just in grappling, so that's cool. He's
that
gonna
was
win.
the thing. I remember this happening because this is one of the cards I actually watched, and I was in the VC with you guys, and I'm like sitting here when you guys are freaking out, and I'm like, why are you guys freaking out? He said he's going
And we're
to
like
be
explaining it
defending
so
his-
deeply, and you're like, no.
They said it was like
That's
a
not what's
huge,
happening.
They said it's like a huge announcement, so it's
Yeah.
like, so I don't know. I feel in my head
It's still
like
champ versus champ.
I
Like,
know,
Yeah, but a
but
bigger
the
announcement would be
huge-
Mikey going over, not
I
Jared.
know, but-
going
like they
over.
literally put like they said that we have huge announcements, and at first they said Anatoly's going for a 3rd weight class championship. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like and now they have one about Mikey, so it's just like in my head, like
I
it
get
just
that.
yeah, so
But the only reason I was like, that's why it's like, listen to the commentary, listen to the whole thing before you start freaking out, because I heard it at the beginning. I'm like, okay, cool. And then
We have
you
big
guys, it
emotions that
confused
must
the
be
fuck out.
expressed immediately.
Yeah. It confused the fuck out of me when you guys were freaking out, because I'm like, I thought he just said that the MMA champ's coming over to his world in grappling. Like,
But either
what's
way,
going on?
Mikey's taking something, a neck, a leg, an arm. Probably not an arm, probably a leg or a neck, but I'm gonna go leg.
He's 27 years old, like, just, Tapology, they're not the greatest with, like, grappling and, like, other sports records and stuff. But they have a shit ton of fucking matches on him up to November 2016, and he only has 3 losses in there. On 8-fight winning streak since his last loss in 2021 in Flow Grappling Championship. I don't know. Damn, he got choked out by a north-south choke. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's just crazy to see. It's just like, damn, Mikey. But I mean, a couple years ago, you know what I mean? 2 years.
I was about to say, most of these are points. Then IBJJF doesn't have like an actual like way he lost, but yeah.
But either way, Mikey's fucking awesome. He's always great to watch, and yeah.
And Jared Brookins, he's one champion. Went 2-2 in the UFC. Actually, had a loss to Davison Figueiredo by a split decision in 2017. But he has 4 wins and 1 undefeated. He had a win in Bellator and 1 no contest in Ryzen.
So he's gonna get his first 1 loss.
Yeah, maybe. He's only 30 years old, so he's still... It's really funny, because I seen one post that this shit made me laugh so hard, and it was just like, Jared was like, just butt scooting on the ground, and he's just like, we're not doing none of this. And then it was just Mikey, he's just like, yeah, we're gonna stand up, we're both from, like, America, and we're gonna wrestle, like, American wrestling. And it was just how Mikey was, it was just so funny. He just had, like, such the biggest smile on his face. I'm like, oh, Mikey.
Yeah, because he was definitely just being, like, funny, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, American wrestling.
I know, it just, I fucking love him. If it would be fucking, it would be pretty goddamn cool if he defends his belt against him, has some more time training with, like, bro, honestly, if he could, like, legitimately train with, like, Rodtang and DJ, like, preparing for an MMA debut or some shit, that's, like, some of the best fucking experience, like, that you're gonna have going into it.
I just don't want to see him fight. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's like, I don't know, if, like, just... If he were to beat Jared Brooks here and then just goes and fucking, fights him for his belt, like...
I know, it just... Like, I understand. But it just some people, you just don't want to see them get hit.
I understand.
I don't want to see Mikey get punched.
That's fair.
That's what I was about to say, but also, like, to what you're saying, like, let's just say, like, the situation that, like, Katie's saying, like, he takes a leg in this, right? Goes for the same thing in MMA, and then all of a sudden just starts getting hammer fist to hell, because that's what can happen when you go for leg locks.
I will say that Mikey, you can tell that he's definitely smart, adaptable, and can just take coaching well. So with that, I don't think that he would go. I don't think he would turn an MMA fight into a grappling match right away unless he had the opportunity to. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like, I don't think he would just shoot a takedown and just sit there and get punched like that.
Well, no, I mean, like, he's actually, like, trying to go in, like, it goes to the ground eventually, like, however it ends up happening, goes for a leg, and then, just is gonna start getting hit, and it just, like, there is that difference in, and every fighter even says it, like, there's a difference between sparring and an actual fight, so just, like, having that, like, who knows what could happen, like, I think it'd be interesting.
Just
move over.
To your point too, though, it's like the more I'm thinking about it, it's like, what can this man do on the feet? You know what I mean? Like, because just like, I don't know, even with just the grappling and like just how he goes in there, just like, all tight and just like, it's just like, I don't know, I can't picture this man in like a fucking in a stance, like throwing punches or kicks. Like, I mean, I could kind of imagine him doing the Ryan Hall thing of just like,
bring up Ryan Hall,
but
not yet. Like, I just feel like he's a grappler through and through.
For sure, 100%. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, either way, that's gonna be a really good grappling match. I'm definitely excited.
Oh yeah.
Featured bout though, Taiwo Chai, PK Senchai. He's back. Always a good fight. I know that, yeah, because he fought on the February card. Yeah, that's what it was. He got a fucking leg kick finish in the first round. Yes. And I'm pretty sure just I've seen some of his highlights, just watching back old fights, whatever. But yeah, should just be another good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Another kickboxing fight, same division as the championship one main event. So I don't know, maybe they're setting something up there. Pretty sure.
Wouldn't be surprised. I feel like they're always setting shit up.
I'm pretty sure he's in the rankings too. So
setting shit up. But then also, it's always good if you have championship fights to put someone down who's in the same weight class.
Yeah.
So that way, if your challenger falls out, hey PK, here's your chance at a title.
That's such a.
They're on weight. They're in a training camp.
Yup.
No issues of the only difference is the short notice and the opponent's different style. That's it.
Yeah, 5 rounds instead of 3 rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, just kind of looking through the card, they definitely have more kickboxing on it than Muay Thai this time, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's 3-2.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like usually it'll be like 4 Thai fights and like 1 kickboxing fight or something like that.
Yeah.
You know
1 or 2, yeah. But either way, I think it's because of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the kickboxing championship, so they're gonna put more kickboxers on there.
It definitely makes sense.
Promote that. Get that out there more, considering it is the main event. So
yeah, but the first real meaningful MMA fight to talk about, motherfucking John Lineker's back. Hasn't fought since losing to Fabricio Andrade for the title. It was a rough fight. He got the dog shit beat out of him. What was that, in March, I think?
February.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's too close, but either way, yeah, it was. He got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, he definitely needs some time off for sure.
Yeah, no, it's almost been 6 months.
Yeah, so that is definitely good for him, taking a little bit of time off, not getting right back into there. But yeah, and he's fighting John Won Kim, who hasn't been doing that great actually.
Yeah, he's 4-4-1.
Yeah, he's 1-3 in his last 4 overall. Lost to Tong Kai, the champ, so no real shame in that. Shamil Gasanov, I know that we've seen him fight, and Shoko Sato. Yeah, so not too great. Probably gonna expect John Lineker to just get a nice knockout here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's motherfucking hands of stone. You know what I mean? This dude's always fun. And isn't he he's only 33 years old. This dude has been around forever.
I was about to say, it feels like he's been around fucking forever. I thought he was 35, 36.
Yeah, no.
30 years old.
Because I know I've just watching his recent fights and one, and just seeing that I honestly in my head thinking about it, I was gonna say he's 31 or something like that, but yeah, 33. It just a vet in the game, and they always say that power's the last thing to go. So
33, 45 fucking fights. It's he's been around it would feel like he's been around forever. He's just had so many fights. Was in the UFC for how long was he in the UFC for?
He had 16 fights or something in the UFC.
I was about to say, it was a good stint in the UFC. 16 fights.
12-4. It just. Yeah, you said, 45 fights, 35-10. It's you see a lot. You can see a good amount of guys in MMA that got 45 fights, but most of their records aren't looking that fucking
it's
nice.
Usually 20 and something teen
Yeah, or higher 20s in the lower
teen.
Yeah. It's just
20 something teen.
Yeah. Yeah, but goddamn. Always gotta love a John Lineker fight though, so let's fucking go.
Hell yeah, but I'm excited for this next one.
Yes.
My girl's back. And a super girl, Jarun Sek.
Yes.
I saw her. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say because the first time I saw her, they don't have anything available for her. But anyway, sorry. The first time I saw her was when she fought Stamp in her last fight, and I love Stamp so much, but I honestly think that Anna won that. She put on a great show. That was such a good fight. If I recall right, I think she's only 23 or something.
No, so I'm pretty sure that she's I think 21? She's 19 because because I'm pretty sure they signed her 3 years ago and she was 16 years older. She was the youngest person ever signed.
Okay, you're right.
I'm pretty
I knew she was young as fuck, but so she That was her third
19.
fight, was
Yeah,
against
19.
Stamp. So she's 2-1 now. She just had a great fight. She walked out to an Attack on Titan theme song, so that right away was like, oh, this girl is awesome. Like, this is gonna be great. And then the fight was just so good. She ended up losing that decision, but it was a good ass fight. I'm just excited for this. I'm happy she's back.
And like you said, we both watched that, and it's like, going into it, it's just like, okay, we know Stam, we don't know shit about her, and then like her the Attack on Titan, I'm just like, oh, let's fucking go, like this girl's gonna be fucking fun. And then it was just a great fight, and like you said, we both think that she should have gotten that decision. It just kind of felt like one of those things where it was a close fight, so they kind of went with the star, you know what I mean? And it's just like,
for sure.
19 years old, 2-1-1, in one championship, but like could easily be 3-0. But just a lot of fun and a great fighter for sure. I definitely can't wait to see what she can do in this division.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just like, my first thought after you guys were talking about the attack, I'm like, just was thinking, I'm like, man, what theme song would any of us walk out to for a fucking fight? Like, anime theme song would you walk out to? But
I don't know. There's so many different songs that I'd be thinking of like that.
Clearly it's the one from Hunter x Hunter with the 3 demon guys playing his song, but anyway.
I was about to say, video idea for another time. Like,
but that should be a good fight. Definitely excited for her. And then the last MMA fight, that's Marcus Buchecha. He is just a Brazilian jiu-jitsu legend. Like, I don't know enough for sure to fucking just be able to, explain all of his accolades, but I seen some shit today where he was like a 17-time BJJ world champion. Like, just he's just an absolute legend, and he's fighting motherfucking Rugrug, who's just a tank of a fucking man. And it's just gonna be very much striker versus grappler, and it's a heavyweight fight, so it's always fun when you get that matchup at heavyweight.
Marcus got a ground and pound finish in MMA.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's got that grippling on him.
Yeah, I was about to say, this dude went to a draw with Roger Gracie in jiu-jitsu, so
yeah, this dude's a legend. Like, this dude is amazing.
Is good.
Like, probably the highest level fucking MMA guy or probably the highest level jiu-jitsu guy in MMA, sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be up there at that point.
But so that should be fun. And then another grappling bout on the card. Motherfucking Tai Ruotolo's back, so
this one should be much better than the last one.
I was gonna say, other than the fucking RDR one, all of his matches have been fun so far.
Right, because even the RDR one wasn't his fucking fault.
Yeah,
so.
No, not even a little bit. And so I'm definitely excited for Fight Night 13 on Amazon Prime Friday night. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. Joking.
We will, Ginger.
Yep, we will.
Don't you worry.
Oh, man. But that's going to wrap up the Friday night fights and bring us into a pretty solid Saturday. Because we got motherfucking UFC, as always, but from Nashville, Tennessee. This is a little bit different. I don't know the last time they've been to Tennessee. But,
I wish I had money. I would have gone to this card. Fucking Nashville's not that far from me.
That'd be fucking awesome. But in the main event, it was originally supposed to be Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. He ends up pulling out. Rob Font was lined up on the pay-per-view this month versus Song Yadong. Song Yadong pulls out. No-brainer. Throw Rob in a couple weeks early. Main event. Make it a catch weight at 140. And we got ourselves a new main event.
And honestly, a fight that I would have preferred just being booked at the beginning of all this. Just because, stylistically, I've wanted this fight for a long time.
It's like, yes, but I still...
It's like, when they made the Umar fight, I was just like, why the fuck are they doing this? It's dumb. But it's like, after it was there for a little bit, and then when it fell out, it was just kind of like, damn, like, I don't know. I kind of wanted the Umar fight now.
Okay. I like the Corey and Rob fight. It's going to be a good fight, but my whole thing with it in general is just that Corey should have been fighting up. So, like...
Yeah.
But it's just, but
So
that's
at
the thing,
least
you
it's-
know. It's like it's either you sit out
No,
to fight up,
no, I know,
or
because that's why, like, I just
Well-
kind of stopped what I was saying before, because it's like, I know looking up, it's like, but it's like, I don't know, Marab, you could make a fight, but
Well, isn't Marab right now injured anyway?
yeah,
Or when
Oh.
he wanted to fight,
I didn't know
Sean's
that.
fighting for the title.
Yeah, and then
And
Henry's
then,
injured.
yeah.
So like I knew like
So-
Sean and Henry obviously and Aljo, like they're out of the picture. I didn't realize that Marab was
Mhm.
hurt. So yeah, like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like just in general, I think it just makes a bit more sense than Umar anyway, and it's a fun
Mhm.
ass fight, so I'm excited for it.
nah, for sure.
I just hope that if he wins, that
It-
things can line up, that he can actually get a fight
Yeah.
up. You know,
And I get like why you like with what you're saying, Jimmy, with him being excited to see the Umar fight, but even then, like I was still on the train of like, yeah, but Umar should be fighting someone like Marlon Vera, like who just lost to Corey,
No, for
who's
sure.
now fighting down, and now he's fighting Cejudo. Like, I just feel like it didn't make sense at the time. Like, it just
No, 100%. That's why.
the fight, but it was just like.
That's what I mean.
We
Like at the
couldn't-
time, it definitely didn't make sense, and it was just like, what the fuck's going on? But like after it was there for a little bit, and then once it fell out, it was just kind of like, damn. Like I don't know. It was just like a fucking G move for Corey to just be like, nah. Like no one wants to fight this dude. Like I'm trying to fight. Like I'm not gonna sit on my spot. Like you know, I want to be the champ. I want to be the best. So I have to be able to beat everyone. Give me this fucking young undefeated guy. Like I just I fucking
I
love
completely
that.
respect that. I like that. I like the sentiment behind it. It was just like, yeah, it's just Umar isn't able to make it to the dance, so it's just like, all right, cool. Like, and then like Song couldn't make it to his fight, so it's like, yeah, put these two together, and it's like,
Exactly.
this is a really good fight. I wish that both guys had full camps to prepare for this style of fight.
Nah, I know, because if this was full camp for each other, it definitely would be a much better fight. But there's still
is still
no
gonna be
doubt
a
in my
fun
mind. It's
fight.
gonna there's no doubt in my mind that it's gonna be an amazing fight.
It's the creative kickboxing of Corey Sandhagen versus the very fundamental but very sound boxing of Rob Font. Like that is such a great matchup.
I know, like we were all so hyped up on Adrian Yanez, you know, coming up, and he got the big step up against Rob Font, and bro, he just got fucked up by that jab. That's really just what it was. Like he just could not get around that, and Rob just put it on him, got him out of there early, you know, and just that was just such a great performance. And yeah, I don't know, it's gonna be a good fight, but. Obviously, for Rob, you know, a win over Corey gets him back into, you know, like the talks of title conversation. But on the flip side, what does it do for Corey? Like, was a win get him here?
For Corey,
well, that's what I was saying. Like with Corey, I'm sorry. I was just like, I hope that it lines up that he can fight up after this. You know, like I know it's Rob at number 7, so it's not like that most meaningful, but it's the way that things line up. It's another win under his belt, and it's like, yeah, like. Marab heals up, Henry heals up, like, let them fucking get that, you know? Or even, okay, if Corey wins, Aljo wins and moves up, Marab and Corey.
Yeah,
for the
Corey
for the
interim
vacant
for
title
the
shot.
vacant title. Like, that works perfectly.
But, like, with that, obviously, Sean would have to lose, you know what I mean? Because, but, like, so if Aljo wins and Corey wins, I say Marab versus Corey for the vacant title.
Yeah, that's
that's
solid.
Completely get that, because like if Aljo said no matter what after this next fight he is moving up to 145.
Right.
If I'm remembering this correctly. So no matter what, like that's gonna happen. What's gonna end up happening if Sean wins? It'll be Marab versus Sean, because that's like no brainer. You do that fight.
Yeah.
Marab deserves the title fucking shot. Like, come on. You then do Corey versus Cejudo.
Yeah.
Or number 1 contenders fight if you want.
At
least for Corey.
And
at least for Corey.
Because I know Corey was saying that UFC told him that like if he did win against Umar, like he was like, you know, guaranteed a title shot afterwards. So I just wonder with like, you know, Umar falling out and like this, I just wonder, like, I don't know if that's still, like, you know, on the, like, necessarily on the line for him. You know, like, a big win to your point, like, it can still definitely get him there, especially if Aljo wins. But...
yeah, because if Aljo wins, it's Marab.
I just think that it should either way, because it's like, I don't know. He's sitting at number 4. If he gets the other win, it's like, it's not like Rob is bad. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's still another good win. And with Aljo out of the picture, yeah, it'll. I don't know. I don't even think Henry should be above him, but it's like, yeah, you do that
He
fight,
shouldn't.
but I think he could still work his way in there as long as he can get
Mhm.
like the Henry fight,
No, yeah, because like,
or even Sean.
yeah,
Even if he fights Sean as the loser, you know what I mean? Beat
Yeah.
Sean and then fights Marab for the title
God.
after. You know,
because I was I'm sorry, I was just thinking it's like that, like, because I don't know, like, even with Henry getting Cheeto, you know what I mean, it's just like where fucking Corey beating Cheeto and like having to fight Umar, it's like I really don't doubt, like, if, you know, Aljo wins, let's say, and then it's like they do Marab and Henry for the vacant title because it's just a bigger fight, you know what I mean?
And they could. I could see that. It's all gonna depend. But yeah,
And
no.
yeah, and that's where
crazy.
it's hard.
There's
That
no reason for that to be a bigger fight.
no,
There really is.
It's just yeah, it's just name value. It's just it is what it is. But
Yeah,
and that's
only
where
because
it's like,
of Cejudo.
and that's where I was kind of wondering with, like, you know, where does he go with the win? It's like, I don't know, maybe
It
with like
depends
a
on what type of-
spectacular win, like if he
That's what
knocks
I was
him out
about to say.
crazy, that might guarantee him
If
a
he
title
gets-
fight.
That's what I was about to say. If he gets a win like he did against like a Frankie Edgar, where he just flying knee,
Oh yeah, then
stiff as board round one.
I feel
Yeah,
like how do you not?
At that point, it's one undeniable. No matter who wins the title fight, you can kind of pull either.
Other than
string on that
Marab, he'd
one.
be on the best win streak in the top 5. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like,
And then, as well, what's going to be the easier fight to sell? Even if Sean wins, right? What's the easier fight to sell? Sean and Marab or Sean and Corey?
wait, you said what's the easier fight to sell?
Yes,
Sean and Corey.
exactly. That's what the UFC would probably go with because they also don't like Marab.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I personally think you give it to Marab if Sean wins because Marab fucking deserves it.
Yeah.
Now, is the UFC going to do that? Who knows? But then, yeah, if Aljo wins, vacates. Well, he won't vacate when he moves up because he's gonna want double champ status, even if he doesn't come back down. So
Yeah, I don't. We'll definitely have to see. Either way, though, that's a fucking banger of a fight. That shit's gonna be amazing. Oh, and now, I'm just so nervous for this one. I don't
Yeah.
like this. The co-main event. It could be a fun fight. It could be very sad. Either direction. Jessica Andrade is, for some reason, back again.
3 months later.
After just getting starched by fucking Yan Xiaonan, which I don't know how she didn't. I don't know how she didn't earn herself a title fight with that one, but you know, fucking UFC doing UFC things, I guess. And she's fighting Tatiana Suarez. I had a feeling that Tatiana was gonna get a real big fight, you know, coming like after her win against Montana De La Rosa. But why is it gotta be Jessica, man? Come on, like.
because Jessica is stepping in on short notice for Vierna.
I know, but why did she have to take it?
Seriously, like, why did they have to offer it to her?
I'm not even sure. Like, this is the thing about some fighters is I'm not even sure sometimes if they're offered it first or they call the UFC like, I'll take that fight.
Yeah, she probably
Like,
did. Just
because like there are a lot of fighters who just will do that. Like I know Chael was like notorious at doing that before it really even got out that people were out like just being like, I'll take the fight.
yeah, just throwing his name in the hat, you know.
Exactly. So it's just like I think that's possibly what it was because like
Yeah, but I hate that. Like, bro, you were knocked out 3 months ago, like damn near to the day.
Yeah, and you were knocked out like
Clean.
pretty bad.
Cold.
Yeah, just running forward, just got clipped like that.
Round 1 out of there, just
Fighting fucking Tatiana Suarez, who had a crazy long layoff. Came back at 125 against Montana De La Rosa. Got the second round finished. Definitely looking a little bit rusty in there, but just it. A lot of surgeries, a lot of injuries. 3 years off, 4 years off almost. You're bound to not look your greatest. But 32 years old, 9-0 overall, 6-0 in the UFC. Already has a win over Carla Esparza, who's ranked number 1 in the division. I mean, now is definitely her time to go for a title, and with a win here, I feel like she's definitely getting herself a title fight.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
It's cause I don't know. It's just
I feel like maybe they might give her one more fight, like before, or like it might actually be her versus Jan for the title, since they didn't give it to Jan off the Andrade win. They might do that. But I feel like they probably want to push Suarez more than Jan anyway, so
Yeah.
like they'll just give it to
Yeah.
her.
and that's kind of how like I was thinking too. Just a way bigger star.
Yeah, which I kind of get, but at the same time, like you take that main event, you take a main event with like Whaley and Yao Xiaonan over to like Asia. That thing sells like fucking crazy.
No, yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
Like, really get boom in that Asian market. Two female Chinese fighters fighting for your title. Like that is that would be huge news. Like
That's easy, but that's why it's just like I don't know. It like why didn't she already get the shot over Amanda Lemos? You know what I mean?
No,
That's
I agree.
Just like that. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely a big step up for Tatiana. But I don't know. It's so hard. I feel like this just hasn't. Jessica started off so nice this year with that beautiful win over Lauren Murphy. But then, yeah, just got smashed by Blanchfield, got smashed by Yan Xiaonan.
Yeah, she fought literally like 2 weeks later. She
Yeah.
smashed Lauren, and then 2 weeks later fought Erin. A few months later, 3 months later, fought Yan. Now 3 months later, after getting knocked the fuck out, like.
So let's see what. All right, so she'll be back around around the 1st or 2nd November card.
Shut up. No,
to
she
fight.
won't.
But you know what's also just crazy to think about too? Andrade, 24-11 overall. She's a year younger than Suarez.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just another where it's just she's been around forever, and it just oh man. But yeah, I just feel like the grappling is just gonna be way too much of a problem.
Yeah.
Definitely the size and length too. Or is how much bigger is she than her actually? It's okay. Yeah. She's 4 inches taller and has a 4-inch reach advantage.
I mean, again though, like you say that again though. How big is Lamos again? Remember, right, it's not that much.
I'm pretty sure she's like pretty tall and long too for 115.
Same, inch shorter than inch shorter with a 1 inch less in reach than Tatiana.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, like, and that's kind of the thing is like we bring that up, but like the first time we even said that this looks like a mismatch in terms of size and like it actually like means something was her versus Aaron, because like literally it looked like a strawweight versus a flyweight, which really has never happened to Jessica Andrade. Jessica is not someone who really gets pushed around like that.
No,
so that's why I'm like, I don't know if Tatiana is like, that's why the size thing to me for Jessica is always weird.
No, yeah, she's definitely used to probably being the shorter fighter at 5'1". You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something she hasn't dealt with. I just think that she's been like the only reason why I'm doubting her is just because of her knockout a few months ago, and like, it's just.
I completely agree with that. The only reason I can see that maybe not being as effective is she's not fighting someone who's like known for their knockouts. She is fighting a grappler who's mainly known for submissions. Like
no, but that's the thing. It's like she got dominated by.
Exactly, dominated by Erin Blanchfield and
dominated by Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
Both like they just took her down and like she just didn't have shit for her on the ground.
I agree.
Tatiana easily out-grappled Carla Esparza, who with Tatiana out of the division, Carla's by far the best wrestler in that division. Like that's not even close. So with Tatiana she's the best wrestler in that division, and so that's why it's like with just that aspect being 4 inches taller, like having that.
I understand what you guys are saying.
I feel like it's gonna be. It's just rough stylistically. Where I feel
stylistically, that's the problem. It's not so much the size; it's just the stylistic matchup already was the problem.
Yeah.
You add in the size, that makes it just more of a problem. But that's what I mean. It's more of a stylistic problem than a size problem.
That's fair.
Yeah, I just think that Jessica thinks she can go out there and run her knocked out again.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Or at least, subbed
She
right
just
away.
run into a takedown and then give up the back rear naked choke, get into a crucifix. Literally, no, anything could happen. I'm just saying,
hopefully,
stylistically, this is just a bad matchup for
yeah.
Jessica. In general, even with a full camp and not being knocked out 3 months
Yeah.
ago, this is a hard stylistic matchup.
Just hopefully, at least if she does lose easily, at least it's not too much of a beating. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's just takedown position sub, just something where it just sucks, but it's all right, you didn't really take damage. Moving into the featured bout, though, someone's taking some fucking damage, and that's for sure.
Oh my god.
Dustin Jacoby fighting Kennedy and Zechiku. This is battle for number 15 at 205.
Yep.
Who is number 15 at the moment?
Dustin
Jacoby, yeah.
He's the fucking Blagoy of 205, my man.
I forgot.
He might have been 14, 13 a couple of times here and there, but inevitably he ends up at his rightful spot, number 15. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a real good fight. Kennedy, 31 years old. I feel like he's really starting to come into his own. Had 2 tough losses, Dalin Jung and Nikolai Negamarianu, but has 3 wins in a row, 3 finishes. And yeah, I just feel like this is going to be a good one. I'm pretty sure he's 6'5" with an 83-inch reach.
Yeah.
Huge in that division. Dustin Jacoby is 6'3" with 76. So, height-wise not too much, but the reach that's going to be a big thing.
7-inch reach disadvantage.
Yeah.
For Jacoby.
But my boy's got some leg kicks on him. And Kennedy's got some real long fucking legs for him to be kicking at.
I was about to say, former glory kickboxer, Dustin Jacoby. So.
Yeah, he's a fucking solid-ass fighter. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this one. I feel like it's going to be a real fun fight. And I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this one. I don't know if Kennedy's on his way up, just, coming into his own, or if Dustin's just nah, I'm the vet, just the more precise striker, and just going to get a leg kick TKO or some shit like that.
I don't know about leg kick TKO, but I could easily see him hitting I don't know why, but once you said leg kick TKO, my first thought wasn't, an actual leg kick TKO. It was fucking Lima versus MVP, kicks out the leg and then just uppercuts him.
Oh, yeah. That's some wild shit.
No, that was wild shit, but no, because honestly, I could see something like that actually happening. Now I'm thinking. But I think this should be a very fun fight. This is one of those 205 fights I could see going all 3 rounds and it not being bad by the 3rd.
Yeah, for sure. It's not like either of them are gonna guess, terribly or something like that.
And even if one of them does, it's gonna be a very quick finish at that point within the 3rd round. Dude. So,
yeah, for sure. But yeah, this card's got a real great top, but it's this has got some real mid, you know what I mean? Gavin Tucker, he's back. The most notable things off the top of my head for him is he got 1 punch by Dan Ige, and he also defended a guillotine by pantsing himself. So those are the 2 things that I can say. And
crazy.
It was really funny to watch. He was wiggling, and his pants were just falling, and I was just well, that's
just crazy. He's 37, 13-2 fighting Diego Lopez, who I'm really excited to see. He had a fun fight.
Same.
21-6, and he's 28 years old.
But I do not get this booking decision by the UFC at fucking all.
I know, that's why in the notes I'm just is this too much of a step down for Diego Lopez? I genuinely think that they are just looking for him to get an amazing win here.
No,
that's what
same.
I was gonna say.
The
probably
only thing I can because that's the only thing I could think of for that. Because I would have been put him up against a Billy Quarantillo. That I feel like is not as much of a step down.
Because in his loss to Mozart,
Yeah,
Mozart.
I was just making sure I said that right. But what's it called? He looked fucking great. He looked so good in that. Like, even after the fight, Dana was like, 1, thank you for taking this, and 2, that was a great fight. He still got, like, I'm pretty sure he got his win and show money for that fight.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that was fight of the night as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so then he also got his bonus, but he was just like, you came out short notice, you did your thing, like, I'm giving you both, your show and win money.
Yeah.
Plus the bonus. It's like, I think that, to your point, they just want him to get a great fucking win and just look good.
Because, like, Movzar number 10, 15-0, undefeated overall, 6-0 in the UFC going into that, and he took that shit on short notice, and like, damn near almost fucking subbed him, you know what I mean? Like, he looked fucking amazing. Like, that was so good.
Because, my favorite thing about him was that from the start of the fight to the last bell, he never stopped.
Nah.
At no point did he give up. At no point was he not looking for something or just sat into position or just was okay with what was going on. No matter what, if he was on his back, he was trying for his sub. He was moving around. He was looking to knock him out. He was always doing something. Like,
and he was tired as fuck, but to your point, he just like the dog in him
going,
just to keep... Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just a great fight. Like, I can only imagine, like, he's just going to do great things here. And so, I think they just want him to win and look good in it.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and I just I feel bad for fucking poor Gavin Tucker. Like, god damn, man, this is a rough one to take. Coming, like,
coming back and like, just seeing like what Diego was able to do to Movzar like on short notice, like this is gonna be a fairly quick one.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Other than that, though, last 2 fights on the main card. Tanner Boser, he's back again. I'm pretty sure he's 1-4 in his last 5, I believe. Yeah. One win being over OSP, and he's lost to Andrei Arlovsky, Alir Latifi, Rodrigo Nascimento, and Iwan Kutelaba. Second fight at 205. I don't know. Is this the right spot for him?
It's crazy because I remember, like, I think he was the first person that moved down to 205, right? Out of the few people that did. And,
I think so.
Yep.
We were just like, oh, that's weird. And like seeing him on the scales, it was like, no, he actually looked good. He walked into the fight, he looked good, like as if he lost the weight healthily and he just like, got to whatever point in a good way and he just was ready for the fight. And then he
just got smoked by fucking the Hulk.
So
it's like, was it the weight cut that did it? Was it just who he was fighting? Is this gonna be an easier fight for him? 6-2 Alexa, like I know he's younger, but he's 1-2 in the UFC.
Yeah, he lost to William Knight and Nikolai Negamariano. Is like if you lost to William Knight, that's a that's a rough one to have on your record,
Yeah.
I feel like he should be able to get it done, but I don't know. Maybe it could just be like a mental thing, just kind of in like this last little streak. Because go ahead, my bad.
That's what I was about to say. Like, it could just. I'm not even sure if it's that because I mean, dude is 4-5 in the UFC. Like, overall out of his 9 fights, it could be a mental thing. It could just be like everyone, like he's just like a half step behind it because most of his losses are via decision. Like, so I just think it's just like he's just either a step, like one of those losses was Cyril, but a half step or a step behind just everyone else in terms of his actual like skill set. I think that's just been the biggest problem against a lot of these guys.
That's fair. But yeah, it sucks. 20-10-1 overall now, but I feel like he's probably fighting for his spot in the UFC on this one. Honestly,
he's 100%. Like he begged after the Kutelaba fight, give me one more, please.
Yeah, it's
like if he loses, I highly doubt we see him back in the UFC for a while. So
hopefully he gets a good win here. So keep his run in the UFC going. But for the main card opener, I am very excited for this fight.
Hell yeah, this is gonna be good as hell.
My boy, one of my top contenders for someone that should be fighting in a 165-pound division, motherfucking Ignacio Bahamondes, 25 years old, and he's 6'3", 75.5-inch reach at lightweight. Just another one of these guys. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Right.
6'3". What is going on with this shit?
They're
This is the weirdest
Nonstop.
MMA archetype we have.
I love it though. It's so much fun. And he's fighting Ludovic Klein, just a solid ass striker, nicknamed Mr. Highlight. Yeah, he's 5'7", 72-inch reach.
Damn.
The reach ain't, 3.5 inches. It's not the craziest, but that height difference at 8 inches though, like
yeah, that's crazy.
He's like literally, if Ignacio is just like a bit more straight up instead of like hunched over at all, like he has to literally damn near jump. Freaking Mark Hunt versus Stefan Struve.
I don't think Ignacio should go for any spinning back kicks because I think all of them are going right over the top of Ludovic's head. Like, I don't. He's gonna throw one to the body and he's gonna duck it. Like, it's just.
No, he put a target on the bags, aiming at what is 5. He practices. He's got this.
Like, he's gonna be throwing leg kicks that are hit into the body, like body kicks that are hit into the head, like head kicks that are going over the octagon. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, oh man,
hitting fucking Herb Dean over in the background.
But yeah, fuck Ludovic. He's on a 2-fight winning streak though. Defeating Devontae Smith, Mason Jones, both decision wins, but solid fighters. He also had the majority draw with Jai Herbert in the last one, which is another long, tall guy at 155. But I don't think Jai is nearly as good as Ignacio is. He's also much older. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Ignacio on a 3-fight winning streak. He had that beautiful knockout over my boy Roosevelt Roberts, which was very sad. Also got a Bravo choke over Zhu Rong, which is like, when was the last time we fucking seen a Bravo choke? You know what I mean? And then yeah, decision over Trey Ogden. But I feel like a big win, like a highlight reel win on either side. I feel like one of these guys could get a pretty good name at 155 moving into their next fight.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
It's gonna be Ignacio.
I'm just
I think Ignacio is getting it done too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so do I. I'm just trying to think who would be the bigger name to get right now outside of Patty Pimbleton.
That's not the name that I was thinking. But what about this for a fight? If Ignacio gets a beautiful win here, what if we saw him versus none other than King Bobby Green? Timelines kind of match up, and both, just fighting recently. He's fighting this week. Bobby fought last week. I feel like that'd be a really fun fight.
Beats Bobby Green and gets the title shot. No, sorry.
We're going the Islam route with him. Okay.
Let's go. Hey, he's only got one loss in the UFC.
And this is by a split decision.
Yeah.
Nah, but
yeah, no.
That's just the first name that I thought of. Like, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, just a bigger name, like a Drew Dober type. Like, you know what I mean? Just someone like outside of the top 15, but that's gonna, like, if they get like a good win if he gets a good win in that one, then they're easily fighting top 15 caliber after that. You know what I mean? I was
just trying to think of some other ones.
Jakar Close, even. Like, I feel like that would be a fun one if he's still even fighting. I don't know where the fuck he's at.
Where is Jakar Close?
I don't know.
My guy that I thought they'd put up against fucking Patty when he came back. I've not heard a single thing about Jakar Close.
Yeah, I got no idea. But yeah, I think there's going to be a fun-ass fight, though. Doubtful we see much grappling in this one, so it should be a good one to open up the main card.
The grappling will happen when someone gets knocked down.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, what on the prelims are you guys excited for? We got a good amount of prelim fights, but, nothing... We got some good, like, decent names on there, but I don't know which ones are standing out to you guys.
No, yeah.
Ode Osborne and Asu is probably gonna be fun.
Going with the curtain jerker, huh?
I also would like to mention Sean Woodson because
that was
the way we got there is so fucking funny.
He had fourth opponent.
I was gonna say, yeah, he literally had 3 people pull out on him and just was able to get this guy. So good for him.
Yeah, that's
alright.
For going, like, that's just crazy. Just the 4th opponent leading up is just like, did we still
Yeah.
get this one? You know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
probably
know, right?
fine.
Bro,
Is
Sean,
it?
when you go back on Sean Woodson's record on Tapology after like his career, it's gonna be wild seeing 3 opponents in a fucking row just cancel, all for the same date.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's just wild that they went to this extent to like actually, you know what I mean? Like have
keep him
people...
on the card.
Yeah.
Yo, I love Sean Woodson. This dude has one of the funniest builds in MMA history.
Oh
You
my
see
god.
that? He's 6'2" with a 79-inch reach at featherweight. Like, we were talking about these fucking, you know what I mean? 6'3", 75 at like 6'2", 79. This dude's arms are so fucking long for no reason. Like, his arms are damn near the length of Izzy, who's the middleweight champion, you know? Like,
Bro, it's just the weirdest build because like his body is his torso square, his legs and arms toothpicks. Like
it's
bro
great.
looks
He was
like
born ready.
The sniper.
Bro, he just looks like someone. If you like, even though we've seen him take leg kicks, he just looks like you kick his leg, it's gonna break. Like,
Oh
oh
man.
my god.
But yeah, I don't know. Who for you,
Which
Ginger?
one
Who you
is?
excited for on the prelims?
Oh, Jeremiah Wells.
All right, that's a good
I'm
one.
excited to see that one.
Yeah, versus Carlson
last-
Harris.
Yes, sir. I mean, last fight went to split decision against Matthew Summelsberger, but like that left hook against fucking Court McGee, him choking out Blood Diamond. I want to see him fight again.
That's very fair. For me, Jake Hadley's back. That's definitely a good one at 125. This dude has been calling out and talking all the shit to Makayev. He wants all of that fucking smoke, saying that Makayev won't take that fight, and he's not fighting him. So, shit, I wonder what that's all about, huh? But nah, he's fighting Cody Durden. Cody's not that great, but he puts up like a decent scrap. So I feel like this should be a good fight for Jake to look nice in. Honestly, set him up for a top 15 opponent.
Set him up for Makayev.
Honestly,
Makayev ain't taking that right now.
not the biggest prelims around, but you also got Billy Q versus Damon Jackson. You got Marcellus versus Kyler Phillips. Like,
yep. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's his comeback fight for Kyler Phillips.
But all of these canceled fights on this card is crazy.
It's so crazy.
Like, because, yeah, as we said, main event was supposed to be Corey versus Umar, not happening. Co-main was supposed to be Tatiana versus Virna, not happening no more. Saeed Nurmagomedov versus Kyler Phillips was supposed to happen. Tagir Ulanbekov was supposed to fight Jake Hadley. We were supposed to have OSP versus Ion Kutelaba. And then, yeah, the 3 fucking pullouts for Sean Woodson. Like,
which is insane. Like, they really tried to keep Sean Woodson on this card.
he's a fun fighter. I understand.
But
Sean Woodson
we're
tried to keep
not
Sean
really even
Woodson
going to
on this
try to
card.
keep Eon on this card.
Nah, you can just move him. You know what I mean? It's fine. We don't need the Hulk on it. Oh man,
I just find that funny. You know, it's like,
nah, it is ridiculous. It's just like such a weird guy to really try to keep on. Like, it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the UFC card from Nashville, Tennessee. Should be a fun one. Last thing for Saturday night to wrap up. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz is happening. And I'm not that excited. I really hope Nate can just beat him. Like, that'd be so great. They changed it from 8 rounds to 10 rounds, so Nate definitely do that, trying to favor him. But it's kind of funny that the whole thing of, as the fight goes longer, Nate does better type thing. Out of all of the 5-round fights that he's been in, he's won one of them that has went past 15 minutes, and that was Tony Ferguson. That was the only fight that he has won past 15 minutes in the UFC.
He could have won the Leon fight, but he wanted to be an idiot.
But it's just kind of funny when you look at it that way. That narrative versus reality type thing, But it's his first time up at 185, which is just like he arguably shouldn't even be at welterweight. You know what I mean? Like, that's
what I was about to bring up. He's not even a true welterweight.
He's just been getting disrespected the shit out of during all this fuck. Did you see any of the press conference shit?
I saw the fucking the dude from like Better Bets or whatever, Derek Hall, like saying some dumb shit to him. That was about it. I did not care. I
Yeah,
don't care for this fight at all. So it's just like,
it was just like, yeah, people just saying, like, I don't know, just like, yeah, the people that they were, like, I didn't watch all of it, only some of it, but like the people they were bringing up to like ask questions saying that they were media, just like mad disrespectful to fucking Nate, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's why I just feel bad. It just feels like Jake Paul just has all this shit set up for like all of his guys, and just like, yeah, just everyone's
I
just
feel
like
it's
disrespecting,
mainly-
talking shit to Nate, and he's just like, yeah, fuck all you guys, and it just feels like he doesn't even want to be there at this point. Like, I don't know.
I
It
don't think he
just,
ever really wanted to be here at this point at all. I think he's literally doing this for a check.
yeah, but
I 100% believe he's doing this for a check.
hopefully he gets, if he could fucking knock out Jake, like, oh my god, that would make me so fucking happy. Goes back to the UFC, has some fights with like fucking Connor, Dustin, whoever, you know what I mean, calls it a fucking career. That would be absolutely beautiful. But yeah, other than that, I don't really got too much to say on that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Amanda Soriano getting their PFL contract. She's on the card in the co-main event,
Yep.
defending her undisputed featherweight title.
Yep.
So
yeah, let's go.
Jeremy Stevens also on the card.
Yeah, I did. I've known that he's been there, and I always forget about it.
Blank about it, but yeah, no, Jeremy Stevens, Little Heathen. One of my favorite fighters of all time. I don't know why, but
It is
the
real hardest hitter at 145 right here.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, what do you mean? My main on UFC 4 at featherweight used to be Jeremy Stevens.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up all the fights for the weekend coming up. And for a little quick review of Tough this week, dog shite.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Moving on.
Yeah, no, for real. Like
the fight with Brad and
legitimately
fucking Tamir, you know, it was a decent fight. Like, you know, they had a good back and forth. Brad gets the decision, good for him. But that's it. Like, that was
the fight was the only good thing about Tough.
Yeah, they literally.
That's it.
30 minutes in, they were already at the fight, and me and Kate were just like, holy shit, like, they really got nothing for this episode, huh? Like, even they brought Islam in, and that was just such a nothing thing, like, it just, like, I don't know, man, it was just, that shit was just so bad.
He, like, basically just asked if the coaches were good.
He said the best, Chandler, Drysdale. I wonder how Habib felt about that.
That's why there was nothing else. He just left after that. He's like, oh, I bet you in good hands then.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. But yeah, wasn't a good episode. Definitely did not make me look forward to the next one. But that'll bring us.
That one should be good as well, though.
Nah, yeah. They said that Dana was like, it was the best fight of the season. And then they actually do the coaches challenge, so it definitely should be a better episode.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard to be a better episode than that,
Yeah.
so.
Well, and not only that, but like Jason Knight versus Hollenbach, like, yeah.
Yeah, Kurt. Hollowbow. Yeah.
Hollowbow, that's what it is. But yeah, no, that fight just in and of itself is just gonna make it a better episode.
Nah, for
In my
sure.
opinion, like, that is an insane fight. They're still on the same team, so it's gonna be like, is it still gonna be like the Roosevelt Roberts and?
Nah, they going at it.
No, they're going at it. It's just like how, like, we're not really gonna be hearing anything except for maybe some side comments from Connor.
Oh yeah, probably. But yeah, that's really it for Tough. Not too much to talk about. And that's going to bring us into our MMA news for the week. And we got some stuff on here for sure. First thing, we got some fights for October 14th. It's a Vegas fight card. Our boy, Tatsudo Taira, is finally getting his step up in competition. He's fighting David Dvorak. Solid fighter at 125, but I'm pretty sure he's been kind of on a little skid, right?
He has been on a bit
I
of a
know
skid.
he lost to Steve. I don't know.
He lost to Steve. He lost right before that to, I think, Cop.
Right.
And yeah, he's lost his last three. Mateus Nicolau, Cop, and Steve. Yeah.
Just slowly dropping down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ranks number 15 right now. Tatsudo Taira versus top 15. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. That should be a good fight, though. I think Taira is going to get it done.
Yes.
And for the next fight on October 14th, a battle of our boys, Ginger. Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. Let's fucking go. That should be a fun-ass fight. A striker's delight.
That is
boxer versus kickboxer. The leg kicks of Jonathan
Mhm.
Martinez, I think, are going to be a problem for Adrian in that one.
They
Vote for
probably
Pedro.
will be.
Vote for Pedro. Let's fucking go. Yes. But damn, can I root against
Oh.
Adrian like that?
That's the thing. It's like, are you really
I
going to
think
be
I
rooting against
can.
Adrian?
Yo, my boy fucking Pedro got it done
Mhm.
against fucking Saeed in his last one, man. I will
You're not
never doubt him.
wrong.
Let's fucking
You're
go.
not wrong. Why
He's
can't
just such
this
a
have
fun
been-
fighter. Like since his like debut, I've been like
No.
watching it. Like he's just been so solid, and he's finally in like
Yeah.
the top 15. And yeah, I'm just
Yeah. That's what I felt about Adrian. Like, since I've seen him, I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is my guy.
it's very understandable.
And so yeah, I almost wish this was Jonathan Martinez versus Chris Gutierrez. Just
Yeah,
don't,
this is a better
don't
fight.
do this to my boy. It's a better fight, but don't do this to my boy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't have
One
him
of
be
our
able to
boys is
fight.
going down, or both of them. It could be a war, but
It could be a war, yeah.
But yeah, that should definitely be a fun fight for that card.
Mhm.
August 12th, pretty sure there's another Vegas card. T-Rex is back after his rough loss in his last one against, oh, motherfucker, I just had it on to, oh, what was it? Fuck. I can't remember his name.
Parents?
I can't, I got
Bro, now you did it to me.
I know.
I got it right here, let's see. It was, okay, Nazim Saidikov.
yes.
Or, yes, Saidikov, okay, yeah. I kept wanting to fucking... It's fine. I'm not even gonna be able to remember. Never. I'm just gonna end it there. There's no reason to keep it going. But yeah, he's had 2 rough losses this year, both second round finishes. Ismail Bonfim and Nazim. I just feel like this is a bit too quick of a turnaround. It's like
I was about to say, coming in on short notice, replacing a fighter. I forget what fighter exactly, but coming in short notice. And yeah, that's a quick turnaround.
he's fighting Mike Breeden, not like the biggest name guy, not the highest level competition. So he might be able to just get like an early first round knockout, but yeah. Should be a fun fight overall, though, because motherfucking T-Rex. He's live by the sword, die by the sword type of guy. So always gotta enjoy those guys while they're around. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna be around for too long.
Or they're going to be around for too long and it's going to get sad.
That's very fair too. But moving on, another fight announcement, September 23rd. Pretty sure it's also just another Vegas fight night. Brian Battle is back versus AJ Fletcher. That should be a good one. I love Brian Battle. He's got one of the greatest names in MMA. It's just such a Brian Battle. He's down for war. You shouldn't have taken that fight against Renat. You know what I mean? It was a rough one. But
you win some, you lose some. You know
exactly. But yeah, AJ Fletcher. I'm pretty sure. I think he's like lost a couple too coming into this, or did he win his last one? I don't remember.
He won his last.
He's not the biggest name guy, not the most exciting.
He won his last one, but he lost to On Game at Semmelsberger before.
Okay, that's what it was.
Themba.
Oh yeah, the fucking
guillotine.
The Rock bought him a house. I see that.
Yeah, the Rock bought Themba. Yeah,
because he saw that he had $7 in his account going into that fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a real nice, touching thing to see.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, either way though, Brian Battle, AJ Fletcher should be a fun fight. But this one though, October 7th, I'm excited for this one. Bill Algeo, he's back versus Alexander Hernandez. Alex got a good win over Jim Miller in his last time out. Bill Algeo is always down for a motherfucking scrap. So yeah, that someone's gonna take far too much damage than they should. That's how I just.
Hernandez.
You think Hernandez is taking it?
I think Hernandez takes too much damage, but he still pulls out the win. Because that just is something Hernandez kind of does.
Yeah. I feel like that fight with Jim Miller, like, bro, this dude came in and fucking knocked out Benny. You know what I mean? Like, coming into the UFC, like, and he fucking had a rough fight with Jim Miller in his last one. Like, it's just so crazy how careers go.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, talk about with Alex Hernandez, his biggest loss in confidence was him taking that loss to Cerrone.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
he got fucking schooled.
He got schooled. He was talking all that shit beforehand, and then just got humbled. Like,
yeah, that was great. But yeah, that should be a fun fight though. Definitely excited. And now we move into some sadness. because just so many injuries and so many fights falling apart recently. It's just sad to see. A fight that it was weird when it got booked, but it was kind of understandable because my boy, motherfucking Shavkat Rakhmonov, he just wanted a scrap and he couldn't get one with no one above him. So why not just fight some dude moving down to his division that has a big name in Kelvin Gastelum?
Right.
But Kelvin's out of that fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shavkat was like, what, you fucking finally realized that this was a bad idea or something?
I actually saw the video. He actually like takes like a spinning elbow to like the side of the fucking head, gets rocked like
Damn,
bad.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, and he got like fractured his skull from it or something.
What the fuck? Oh my god, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
he
see
got
the video?
fucked up.
No, I didn't. I didn't even know that there was a video. Like, I didn't even know fucking
Yeah.
like headlines of that.
Yeah.
Who's fucking throwing spinning fucking?
Bro, I think it was an accident. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this intense situation. Like, it just looked like sparring gone wrong.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think what was going on was he was going like potentially like in for like a body lock takedown and just lands on the side of the head and just,
Damn.
fuck him
Shit.
up. So
Yeah. So I don't know what fucking Shavkat's talking about fighting him in fucking Abu Dhabi. There ain't no way that.
I think the video and everything was released afterwards because
yeah,
it
released
was,
after Shavkat.
Yeah,
said
Shavkat
all
like
that
was
shit.
like an immediate response, and then the video was like later on.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just like, but like, either way, it's just like he's not getting that fight.
No,
Like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? That's just way too soon. Like, that's.
You know who just had their fight fall out and they need an opponent? Wonder Boy.
Usman's calling for that fight. I wonder who
I
Wonder Boy
know.
might want to take.
That's what I'm wondering, because like that's the other
He
thing
takes
is Wonder
Usman.
Boy's also
think so?
Wonder Boy and Usman might be trying to fight each other. Shavkat could get either of them honestly, and I'd be fine with it. Like
It's just he knows Usman's gonna try and grapple fuck him. You know what I mean?
True.
Like Shavkat
Yeah, but-
could do that, but he knows that Shavkat's gonna engage in the striking way more than Usman.
But that's kind of the thing is, like I think either way he wins, he can parlay that into a title shot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%. I just
scary.
think with
Yeah.
a win over Usman, I could see it a little bit more, just because then they can still get the match they want to have for some reason in Bilal versus Shavkat. Because they've offered Shavkat to Bilal how many times now? Or like
Yeah.
we've heard about this being offered to him.
Yeah,
like-
I just don't think Wonder Boy wants that.
I don't know, man. He fucking outdogged Kevin Holland. You know what I mean? Like, fucking kind of beat the brakes off of him. Like that. Yeah, it's like it could be a much like harder physically fight, but I feel like stylistically he looks at that as like a much better chance of winning, and I feel like he might rather
Oh,
take
100%.
Shavkat.
I think he'd rather fight Shavkat in terms of stylistically.
That's like I know what you mean. Like I would rather him take the Usman fight too, because I'd rather see Usman like just struggle, like hold him up against the cage, take him down for like 15 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like then fucking Shavkat go like spinning kick fucking Wonder Boy into oblivion or something. You know what I mean? Like
Right, because like that's the thing is that he's damn near evenly split on, because he's 100% finish rate and damn near evenly split on subs and knockouts.
Yep.
It's like, so he could really do either, and it's like, yeah, if he doesn't feel like being on the feet for that fucking long and like, you know what I mean, wants to keep that, what if he just goes for the takedown anyway? It's like, I don't know. He's just scary because he can get it done either fucking way.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Little just like note to throw in. Yuri, he's expecting to fight Poatan for the title, and he wants it before the end of the year. Oh, that's gonna be such a fun fight. That's what a fight at 205, huh? God damn. They gotta put that shit below sea level so they have even more oxygen. You know what I mean? Just maximum oxygen for maximum cardio.
I agree.
I don't know if that's how that works, but okay.
It's 100% how it works. If you go up in elevation and you lose oxygen levels, if you go down in elevation, of course you're going to gain them. It's just science, Ginger. What goes up must come down. You've heard it before.
Jimmy's right. Can't argue with science.
Let's go. But yeah, that's gonna be a great fight.
I keep my hands off that one.
But last thing to kind of wrap it up, UFC 294. It's looking like we got that pay-per-view locked and loaded, ready to go, all set. Oh, and this is top to bottom what we got. Islam versus Oliveira 2. Whole main event, Paulo Costa versus Hamzat Chimaev. Featured bout, a big fight at 205. Magomed Ankalaev back against Johnny Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking Nasruddin Imavov versus Ikram Aliskerov. And my boy, Trailer Park Dom Cruz. They're fucking sending the man from the fucking trailer park to all the way to Abu Dhabi. That's fucking crazy to fight Muhammad Makayev. Shit, what a fucking card that is. That could be the card of the year. If all of those fights play out great, oh my god.
All right, so the way I think this card so far is going to go is Tim Elliott gets the win, Imavov gets the win, Walker gets the win, Paulo gets the win, Oliveira gets the win. I know that's not how it's gonna happen, but just could you imagine though? How much shit would be thrown into the octagon at the end of the main event at that point?
Everything.
Yeah, just all the non-home crowd people. Oh my god, yeah, that would be fucking hilarious, but. Oi, oi, oi. That's a lot of rough matchups for basically everyone on there. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
all of these are good. Like,
that's
none
good.
of these are bad fight. Every single one of these is a good fight. Like,
hell yeah.
The only thing with, like, Magomed and Johnny Walker is... How smart is Magomed going to play this? Is he going to be like, no, I can just take Johnny Walker down. Why am I just going to stand with this dude? Or is he going to do the thing he did against Jan?
Nah, Johnny's gonna win via worm knockout. He's gonna go to hit the worm mid-fight and just knock him out. Oh,
His
man.
worm comes up, just flying knee.
But yeah, that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be a great card. UFC 294.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to wrap up all of the fight news. That's going to wrap up this podcast. I think we've gone long enough. It's pretty late. Let's fucking go. I hope everyone enjoyed it. As always, like and subscribe if you did. We got the links in the description. Check out our Twitch channels. Let's go. We'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.